So this is a trauma discharge summary. I'm just going to take you along for a little look at this. It's got my mum's date of birth up there at 1933. It's typed on the 21st of May 2018. Ling Ward Fracture Clinic. Medical history, comorbidities, dementia, right distal radius. She fractured her right wrist on the 14th of the 1st 2007, and it says here reasons for admission: right femoral nail, which was for a fractured hip apparently, and it says there that she was admitted on the 14th of the 5th following a fall when getting out of the car, going to keep fit class. Sustained the above injury, which was managed with a femoral nail. But on the day that she apparently fell, I went to the house and she was in the house, and she came out of the house. She walked down 2 steps. This is on her own. We just guided her because she was quite stubborn, my mum, because I suppose because of the dementia. Anyway, she walked down the 2 steps. She didn't limp or anything, and she didn't look unhappy or anything at all either. She walked down the 2 steps, she walked down the path, and she got to the car. She got into the car herself, sat in the front passenger seat of the car, and she was driven to the hospital in the car. She was probably in the car for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Probably an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes, around 45 minutes. Anyway, it says here, investigative procedures, 15th of the 5th, 2018, right femoral nail. Specification listed. There's nothing written in the thing there. Admission within 30 days. Was this a readmission within a year? No. And it's got nothing in the spaces, and then it's got a load of stuff about vitamin D that she took and all this sort of thing, and what her BMI was, and outpatients follow-up, none required. Dementia follow-up, no, nothing there. Patient going home with some sort of drug, no. There's a couple of things. I'm just going to bring you over here, because over here it's just got this page 2 basically, and it's got the drugs that she was given whilst she was in the hospital, and they're aspirin, paracetamol, senna. The other ones are like a vitamin D and a bone density thing and an inflammatory. But she was supposed to have a femoral nail fitted on the 15th, which was just flipping weird. Anyway, I'm going to just take you along. I just had to move my bits of blue tack along. So I'm taking you along to show you that these things that she had given to her, the doctor signed it off, but he signed it off, or she signed it off, or they signed it off on the 21st of the 5th, 2018. And this was the day that Mum was admitted to the hospital. She didn't have an operation on the 14th or the 15th, because she wasn't there until the 21st, and this was the day she was admitted, and the doctor signed off the medicine, which is all just very minor medicine, and she signed it off on the 21st of the 5th, 2008. So this is the bottom of page 1, and it says about BMI and all that. Patient going home on antipsychotic medication, no. Domiciliary personnel care service on discharge, no. GP to follow up primary care for consideration of entry to primary care dementia care pathway, yes. Primary care action required. Dear doctor, please arrange wound check in 12 to 14 days, many thanks. Medication on discharge. And it's just got a thing on the bottom, surgical thing, and it's draft on the 21st of the 5th, 2018, same date, the date that Mum went in, and on the other end it's got and on the other end it's got the page 2 you see at the bottom there. So it does say on there about her significant dementia with occasional aggression during admission, medically fit for discharge. So this is the second page. Well, this is not the second page, this is the third page, and third and fourth. So my mum's bit of paper was the other one, and this one is another lady. She had exactly the same things, well, dementia and that wrong with her. She had different things done to her, and there's a summary of drugs as well, but it's all the same other than that. So she was born in 1929, my mum was born in 33. This was also typed on the 21st of May. She also went to Robin Ling ward. She had to the fracture clinic, and she had other, hang on, she had other things done to her. Just bear with me. I'm just going to cover something up because I forgot to cover that, but that's all right. I don't think it's really that important. So she had the same things wrong with her, or similar things wrong with her. Reasons for admission: that she'd had a fall getting out, missed her step near the seafront. She's got lots of things the same. The paperwork was typed on the same day, but she had different things done to her down the bottom. But it's very strange that this paperwork was in with my mum's. Outpatient follow-up, I'm sorry, I have to read it with a magnifying glass. Not selected. Dementia follow-up, nothing. Patient going home on antipsychotic medication, no. The same things again. The dementia care pathway, yes. Follow-up to GP, and the same things. And then the drugs are different, all right? But the doctor that signed it is exactly the same doctor who signed it on the same day, and that date was the 21st of May 2018, the same date that my mum went into hospital, the same date. But it's just weird how this woman's hospital records are mixed in with my mum's records. There's other people's, as I've shown you in the other hospital records, so there's lots of people mixed up. The hospital chief executives and the chief medical officer said that there wasn't many people, and that, you know, they're sorry that this thing happened and all that, but they've still got all this stuff wrong, because my mum went in on that date, the 21st, and she died on the 24th. And all of these, it says that she was on the other one, on mum's, it says that she was medically fit for discharge, and yet she died on the 24th. So how's that possible? And why is this? I mean, this is exactly the same, and it's got that this woman went in on the 14th of the 5th 2018. Every single thing about it, except for the drugs and the bit in between what happened to her, looks like it, you know, it's the same. All the things it's just ridiculous that these two ladies, my mum and this other lady, went in apparently on the same day. The day that I went into the hospital, my mum was there, and all the other people were out cold in the beds. They all looked like ghosts. It was horrible to see them. They all looked like vegetables. My mum said on the day that she went in, "Cool, I hope I don't turn out like this lot in here." And she did. And then she died. And it's disgusting. Nothing's being done. And I'm having to do this myself because nobody's helping me. So I'm going to keep going because this is my mum. And I'm sure that all of you would have done something to find out what happened to your mum on that date, 21st of May 2018, the day that my mum went into the hospital. It's just crackers, this. It's just a load of bollocks. It's just awful.